From southern
And good evening. I'm Forecaster John Bordash back here with you live in the JB Weather Center, now tracking a brand new tornado warning that is in effect for portions of central Calvert County here. This is going until 10 o'clock this evening. I want to get you the latest information here out of William Richmond Inc. Radar. I want to get you zoomed right into the locations that we are going to be tracking with this system, and I want to make sure that we are definitely broadcasting on all socials because we do not always like to load the first time. There we go. All right, so let's get you in with the latest information with this active tornado warning right now for portions of central Calvert County. It looks like a lot of the storms are already pushed off, but the National Weather Service has issued this nonetheless that an active tornado warning is up for portions of central Calvert County. This includes Prince Frederick, and Huntingtown, and Willows until 10 o'clock. So really just about the next 7 minutes or so. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Breezy Point and moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. I want to see if we can get that loaded up here. And it looks like, if anything, I'm seeing maybe a little bit of rotation up near Randall Cliff Beach. I'm not seeing it look all that impressive, though. Not to say that there isn't a tornado, it's just the radar presentation here does not look all that ominous. But for those caught in the direct path of a potential tornado touchdown, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Damage to roofs, siding, and windows may occur. Mobile homes may be damaged or destroyed, and tree damage is likely. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of central Calvert County, including portions of Huntingtown and Dares Beach. Again, this goes until 10 o'clock this evening, and a lot of this storm, it looks like to me, I feel like this, honestly, if anything, would have been issued just a little bit too late, with the storm that prompted this sitting right over Willows here just about 9:49. But it looks like a lot of this is already pushed offshore. But we will continue to rock with this since it is an active warning issued by the National Weather Service. For those of you in the tornado warning polygon, including Prince Frederick and Willows and Huntingtown and Dares Beach, you want to make sure that you are moving inside to a building with a solid foundation. Get to the lowest level of that building, whether that be a basement or a first level home or a first floor home. And it's okay if you can only get to the first floor, but then point number 3 becomes even more important, that you want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Let me get you back on over here into William Richmond Inc. Live TrueView Radar, and you can see again our storm right now. It really does, to me at least, look like this is pushed a decent bit offshore, that it is sitting it's sitting out over portions of the open bay. And I don't know if you can hear that outside my window, but there's a little bit of sleet mixing in, which tells you how dynamic this system is. But again, this storm is racing northeast at 75 miles per hour over towards the Big and tracking just south of Willows. So I want to see if we can get some street names loaded up in here, potentially, maybe start that puppy up. We're looking Emmanuel Church Road would be the area. If we saw a tornado touchdown, that's where we likely would have been seeing that. Tobacco Road, 261 going there right into Willows, almost kind of what I would see as that back way into in towards the beaches. Cox Road is definitely one that people are going to know. Was that Clay Hammond Road down towards Terrace Drive, Dares Beach Road. These are all going to be communities that are currently under this tornado warning, and we will continue to track it here. The National Weather Service continues this warning, even though it looks like a lot of this is pushed offshore. But again, active tornado warning remains in effect for central Calvert County for about the next 4 minutes. Dares Beach, Prince Frederick, Willows, Randall Cliff Beach, portions of Huntingtown, really kind of a long Route 4, and then points eastward towards the bay. At 9:49, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Breezy Point and moving northeast at 75 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation for those in the direct path of this potential tornado touchdown that's likely now near or at least over the bay. This could result in flying debris, and we could have already have seen that push through areas in this general vicinity. I want to get you. into an updating version here of William Richmond Ink Radar. It looks like this one likes to stall out sometimes. See if we can get that puppy loaded up here. And that should be good to go. Yeah, and we're still looking at those severe thunderstorm warnings in effect out towards the eastern shores. This entire line continues to push eastward. I will say that I was a bit surprised to see this tornado warning come in, just given the speed of this system. Again, I don't think we're talking about an EF5 touchdown. However, we are beginning to see power outage numbers really start to tick up here. Coming in from Smeko, you can see where this front has cleared as of 9:53, already reporting 8,500 customers without power. Keep in mind that a customer could be a household of 4. It could be a business. So in my mind, I like to multiply this number on average by about 3 or 4. So we could be looking at upwards of 20,000 people without power right now. And if we put this on by zip code, you can really see that areas like Mechanicsville down towards Leonardtown have been hard hit, as well as areas towards Leonardtown. Outages beginning to roll in on up towards the Dunkirk area, down towards California, as well as all of this continues here to push to the north and east. So yeah, this is the latest look at radar. That pink polygon continues to denote where we have that active tornado warning right now. National Weather Service seems like they're going to roll this one through until 10 o'clock, so for about the next 90 seconds or so. For those of you in this region, you're likely seeing the worst of this weather having pushed off to the bay. If you're over towards portions of Talbot County, definitely keep this in mind as a lot of this continues to push through. I want to see, actually, can I get us on over? I can. I'm going to see if that southern portion of this line, southern Calvert County, is trying to do something. Maybe not, but it looks like we are getting reports of an 81-mile-an-hour wind gust coming in here from Tompkinsville down there near Cobb Island, which definitely explains all the power outages, right? 61-mile-an-hour wind gust coming in from King George, Virginia, 62 on over towards the Quantico Marine Center. So we're seeing these damaging winds continuing to push through, and a lot of the worst of this weather is now pushed out over the bay. We're now looking at those winds to be picking up kind of as forecast earlier today. The big scale severe weather risk with this storm definitely didn't pan out as we thought earlier in the afternoon, but we were always going to be watching the squall line to move through with damaging winds and that risk of potentially an embedded tornado. We do still have that tornado warning up here for Calvert County. I chuckle just because I'm surprised that they're letting it ride out this long. However, I think that just speaks to the quick nature of these storms, and that's what we look at with these springtime systems. When we get embedded thunderstorms, or thunderstorms that can get embedded in here with some rotation, they can very quickly spin up and put down a tornado. And we know here in our region, through southern Maryland, that can happen very easily along our bayside locations, because you get that little bit of a bayside flow working eastward, and that can really help to kick up a nice decent bit of spin across the region. Big picture though, as we zoom out, you can see this line of thunderstorms really does now kind of parallel the bay, continuing to move eastward. I know we have a large following out towards the eastern shore, so for areas towards Easton and Cambridge, Salisbury, Georgetown, Delaware, be ready. This will be knocking on your doorstep here over about the next hour or so. But we forecasted that we would see this line out over the bay by about 10 o'clock, and sure enough, it indeed is, and our tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So for those of you in central Calvert County, you are good to go. The National Weather Service has allowed for this to expire, and I'm sure in due time the severe thunderstorm watch will be allowed to expire. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to be looking at leftovers. We still have gusty winds moving through the region, upwards of 8,500 customers without power right now, really focused in the Mechanicsville area down towards Leonardtown, including La Plata. And I'm sure when we get the next update coming in here in about 5 or 10 minutes, this will continue. This map will continue to change, and that number will continue to increase. You're going to want to stay with JB Weather throughout the night for the latest information. I will have updates for you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, the website, jbweather.net for all of the latest information to keep you and your family one step ahead of the storm. In the meantime, though, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you so much for joining me right now, and please keep it tuned right here to JB Weather for the latest.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.